Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TUBEBUDDY and level up your channel faster. We working. Oh man, you know AB arresting Broner, antagonizing babies. This man, ADRIEN Broner, is the target and media sensation, and they can't wait. They love to say negative things about ADRIEN, the can man Broner. So his nickname is the problem, but I'm gonna let y'all know about a whole nother problem when it comes to unfair journalism and the double standard in boxing. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Before I get started, I need y'all to smash the like button for two reasons. One, TUBEBUDDY. It's a browser extension and resource if you personally are looking to grow your YouTube channel. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years. Click my link in the description. Again, it's a great utility, has some baked in features that YouTube doesn't come with to help you grow and level up your content. Number two, Miguel Berchel, Oscar Valdez, ESPN Plus. Use my link if you're interested in ESPN Plus. They offer a ton of original content, docuseries, documentaries. Click that link. You can also get the bundle. If you want more content, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all three apps for one low price of $12.99. I think that's a great deal. Both links are the description box of all of my videos. Let's jump into them. Now, far be it from me to, not speak my piece. And I've seen something, and I was going to make this a couple of days ago, but I was tied up, had a lot of stuff that I'm working on and whatnot. But now I got time. Today I got time, cuz. But I noticed something. ADRIEN Broner hasn't fought in 2 years, right? I'm going to jump right into it. Kept y'all waiting. ADRIEN Broner hasn't fought in 2 years. First fight back. He's self-admitted and admitted that he was, effed up. He had alcohol abuse or partying and stuff. He said this if you listen to some of his interviews. And he was, living on the wild side. This camp Broner has seemingly been low-key, just with his people shedding. He said he had to lose like 35 pounds or whatnot. And I'm not asking for people to baby Broner, but at the end of the day, it's like nonstop. Exhibit A. You type in the name ADRIEN Broner on Google and look at the top stories. So it's Broner's fight week. He's in a matter of hours gonna weigh in, and look at it. ADRIEN Broner, these are the top stories. You see Google, 1 million+ searches, top stories. Look at how everything is framed. ADRIEN Broner ready for comeback. Giovanni Santiago feeling overlooked. ESPN. So a big boxing, sports network. ESPN 1 day ago. Legal financial issues hang over ADRIEN Broner's return to the boxing ring. Boxing scene. Is ADRIEN Broner even capable of dominating an unproven underdog at this point? Look how negative this title is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, will Broner win or blah, 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 they're saying he's unproven underdog, and is Broner even capable of doing it? Like, you see what I'm saying? This is what Broner is up against, right? Now, some people get mad when I talk about certain experiences, and oftentimes it's because they're the culprits. They're the ones guilty of it, or they're guilty of overlooking it. Now, when I tell you that black fighters in the sport of boxing, there's oftentimes a double standard. The bigots in the game, people, they frame stuff a certain way. Like, for example, let's really look at this. Legal financial issues hang over ADRIEN Broner. Broner is not the first boxer that has had legal trouble and court cases. For example, look at a non-black fighter, Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev had a woman say that Kovalev followed her home and forced himself on her and punched or kicked her dog. He got kicked off a flight. He just failed a drug test. But did we see the same front page news from ESPN and others glorifying Sergey Kovalev's legal trouble, right? Right before his fights, because trust, Kovalev was having legal troubles and problems in the midst of some of his fights. Like it, depending on what time we're talking about, it could have been right before actually, I think it was right in front of the Canelo fight. You know, he had these legal troubles. Sergey Kovalev lawsuit, woman, right? Kovalev sued, blah, blah, blah. So it's around the same time as some of these big fights he's had, like Anthony Yard or Kovalev or whatever, right? But Broner's fight week, this is what we see. This is the BS, legal trouble. Like as if Broner's the only person that had legal financial issues, right? Is Broner even capable of dominating an unproven underdog at this point? But, you know, I know nobody tests Canelo's skill, but Canelo is in what most consider to be a cherry pick mismatch set up by the WBC because it's his quote mandatory, and you don't see snarky titles like this. Like, is he capable, or do we need to really see Canelo versus average Pilgrim Yildirim or whatever? You see what I'm saying? But this is the negative connotations that you get when it's a black fighter like Adrien Broner. You could say what you want. You know, I've even seen places like BoxRec, just study while I be mad. You see places like even BoxRec, that's a great site. I use BoxRec, you know, per my job. But whoever's behind it or whoever's doing certain things, I've seen times where people like Broner or Gervonta, they use his mugshot. They use like when these dudes is getting arrested, and I've only seen it with black fighters. I have never once seen Sergey Kovalev or somebody else who's non-black, whose mugshot, you know, is on the internet or available on TMZ or whatever, and they use that as the person's box rec. But these are the little subliminal innuendos. Speaking of Pacquiao, it's up to my promoter, my fight with Adrien Broner. He fought Pacquiao 2 years ago, right? I got a couple things to say about that. Smash the like button. Adrien Broner fought Pacquiao a few years ago, 2019, I believe, before the pandemic. So the year before the pandemic first started in America. He says he beat Pacquiao. I don't agree with that. You know, I was at that fight. I covered that fight for you guys. I don't agree with it. But this becomes front and center and front page headlines. Like he'll do a 10-minute interview, and this is the portion that they choose because they feel it's ludicrous or ridiculous, or they're doing it. A lot of boxing writers, I'm going to show you how the game works. A lot of boxing writers will take whatever part of the interview that will cause the fans, or that they believe will cause the fans to bash that fighter for certain fighters. You see what I'm saying? So they'll take out of a 10-minute interview, they'll take the one part that they feel will get fans to go in on that particular fighter. And that's what happened when Broner, I guess, said he feels he beat Pacquiao. You know, that becomes the headline, right? Broner said the fans that are haters can eat a dick with gravy on it. That, again, all these negative connotations become the headline. Those, like, out of a 10-minute interview or, you know, a whole group full of questions, they purposely try to pick the racy stuff, especially with guys like Broner. You know what I mean? But wait, there's more. In addition to everything I just showed you, like for me, I think it's a bad look. Before I get to the juicy part that I want to show y'all to further prove my point, because I know I'm already doing a great job of that. So you see Broner, how he's kind of, everything he does is amplified. If he gets arrested, he ain't the only boxer that's been arrested before. You know, it just, certain guys, they have that. And, you know, I think the shady thing about it is it's not consistent. Again, you see other fighters miss weight, Diaz miss weight, things like that. Broner just changed the weight for this fight. You see a lot of people saying, oh, he changed the weight for the Santiago fight. First of all, I don't think Santiago will probably beat him at any weight, so I don't think that really matters. So what are we really talking about? 2, Chavez Jr. He's another fighter that has done the same thing multiple times. Broner's done it multiple times. I remember I covered the Adrian Granados fight. He switched to weight. He said he was sick or, feeling queasy at portions of the camp, so he moved the weight up to 147. So we know he has done it, and that's something he has to work on trying to correct. But so has Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. has perpetually missed weight. He's failed drug tests. This is all fact. Danny Jacobs' fight, one of his more recent fights, he had to pay, I want to say $1 million or $5 million. No, I think it was 5 pounds over, and he had to pay Jacobs like $1 million or $1 million plus because he missed weight. Andres Fanfara, my guy, he missed weight in that fight. So once again, it's all amplified when certain people do it. Henceforth, the double standard, which is what we're talking about. Broner is not the first person to miss it on the scale. David Benavidez just missed weight and failed a drug test previously. But once again, media, they pick and choose the media darlings and who's like, instead of David, and I'm not telling you to target David Benavidez because I actually like David Benavidez a lot. But what I'm saying is you see the unbiased approach doesn't exist with certain people. Like they don't glorify David Benavidez or Kovalev or certain people the same. I'm talking about the same media people. They don't glorify their worst moments. But when it comes to Broner, some chick in the Atlanta says this, or he's in court, this is what they glorify. This, mug shots, this is what they put up, and it's just wrong. And as far as like I said, the weight switch, I don't really even care, to be honest. I don't even know too much about Santiago. From what I've seen, I don't think he beats Broner, no matter if they fight at 2 pounds, 200 pounds. I don't see him winning from what I know of him or what I've seen, which is limited, but I don't see what it is, But beyond that, boxing fans aren't even realistic. Broner, he just came from a 2-year layoff and a loss. Like, what do you really want from him? But the last case in point to really nail what I'm saying, and I'm not saying Broner's a saint, but I'm just telling you and showing you the double standards. But the last thing I'll use to drive it home, there's a lot of people like this. DJ Vlad posted this. Look at this. Police release footage of Adrian Broner's 2018 arrest for because I don't want to say it on the channel, the YouTube algorithm be busting. So there's a video, a police YouTube account the week of his fight against Santiago. The police, yes, you heard me, the police on this, police account released a 2018 video of Broner inebriated or whatever when they arrested him for this said alleged crime that you see on the screen. And you see DJ Vlad posting on it. And if I'm not mistaken, DJ Vlad, who's often been criticized for being a culture vulture, rightfully so, he just had Broner as an interview because I remember I watched it. So you got Broner as a guest, but then you can't wait to put out stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, that's foul. Like, why would the police put out something 3 years ago just now? Like, if you had this tape and you was sitting on it, it's not like a chick in her sex tape just leaks or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why would you just have this police tape and then the week of his, literally the week, that's clout chasing. That's the same thing. It's like Tupac said, LAPD, the police, the biggest gang in the United States of America. I mean, they trying to get clicks. They desperate for clicks that bad that they wait till his fight week. He ain't fought in 2 years. They could have, this is a 3-year-old tape, keep in mind. I feel like O-Dog and Menace. Hey, why y'all keep about my tape? Bro, he ain't fought in 2 years. It's a 3-year-old tape that they've been sitting on, and they waited for him to come back and on his fight week to release it. This is how black fighters are often treated in the media. And again, I'm not saying Broner's a saint. He definitely has some issues that he has to clear up, or debts to society or whatever. But the thing is, this particular camp, you've seen Adrien Broner, and he been chill. He hasn't really been in the way. He hasn't been in traffic from what we've seen. And he still gets it. So it's like they're going to find a way to take you down and spread nothing but negativity if you don't have the complexion for the protection. I really believe that. Look at Broner. He's been minding his own business, just trying to get a fight on his belt. He got some debts to society, like I said, so he probably got to get the purse and, you know, settle with people or whatever he got going on. And this is the type of stuff that randomly comes out on some clout chasing stuff from 3 years ago on his fight week. He ain't fought in 2 years. You could have dropped this tape at any time when people weren't even talking about Broner, but you waited. This is how they get you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be on the up and up. It's just sad. It's just sad that people are so spiteful, or, you know, they got that much hate in their heart that they can't wait to try to see the next pitfall or downfall. And again, I'm not saying Broner's a saint, but at the same time, Broner is at least just chilling. He's just chilling. He hasn't really seemed like he was stepping out and going crazy. He seems like he's about business, at least from what we've seen. And this is what they do. They like, oh, you want to be quiet? Oh, you don't want to be a donkey? You don't want to, you know, show your ass? Cool. We're going to still bring something up. We still going to try to, you know, give you bad press. Crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, gang. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight. Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I'm rich. And Manny Pacquiao, yes, it's up to my promoter, just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.